Back once again for the renegade master. 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 Back once again for the renegade master.
Hello my renegades and welcome back. And what are we back into? We are back into Married at First Sight UK Series 8 and we are now on episode 20. Oh Lord, wait, dinner party time. Dinner party time. That's all the words I really need to say really, and dinner party time. But before we get into it, as I always ask, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that notification button so when you know I am on and doing videos. And let's get into this rotted episode, shall we? I don't know where that voice came from, but hey ho, we shall continue. Anyway, so Erica and Jordan are talking, and Erica's saying how she feels so apprehensive about seeing the girls. And I'm just like, this girl is literally going out of her way to paint herself as the victim of supposedly Tasha's freaking vitriol and aggression, because she is definitely painting Tasha as the aggressive person in this situation. Like, she didn't have a hand in how she contributed to Tasha riling her out in the way that she did. Like, she literally going on like it's a Scotch Miss situation here. She didn't have a hand in nothing. So she's one of those people where she will throw rocks and hide her hands and make it seem as though she's the hard done by party. That's what Erica is doing. But furthermore, as time goes on, I'm telling you, I don't like Erica. I don't mind Jordan so much, but Erica's not the one for me, not at all in the slightest. So basically, Paul and Tasha then starts having a chat, and Tasha was explaining to Paul that, you know what, the one thing I can't stand is being disrespected, and I was not going to allow her to chat to me in the way that she thought she could. That's what Tasha was doing. Tasha did say that she more than likely shouldn't have got up and stood in her face and shouted at her. She did rail that back and say, yeah, maybe I should apologize for that type of behavior. Yeah. And Paul just basically said to her to just squash it early. He'll have her back, but just squash it early in that sense. And she was like, she's going to. So you see Bianca getting ready by herself. And this is the fucked up. This is the bullshit that is fucked up, man. This is the bullshit that is fucked up. So Bianca's getting ready by herself. Unknowingly to her, it seems to be Luke. It seems to be Tasha. It seems to be Nathaniel. And we know Ella and JJ and Laura all know the status quo of what the hell has been going on, right? So they all know about these text messages. Nobody seems to know about them meeting up. Let's just put it out there. No one seems to know about JJ and Ella actually meeting up, but they seem to know about the text messages that have gone back and forth between Ella and JJ. Bianca is none the motherfucking wisest. Bianca does not know at all, so she's gonna go in there looking like a mug on heels, which is a shame for her. Like, seriously, I feel it for her, because she is the last to know again in what's going on in her marriage. She is the last to know. So she's there getting ready and basically wants to put on an outfit that will make JJ say, wow, stand up and pay her attention. My love, his attention's already gone, and it's sad. It's so sad to see that this is what this girl is reduced to, in the fact that she's getting ready to hype herself up for this man, and this man don't deserve it in the slightest. So basically, Rosa said that she'll be there to support Bianca all the way. But this is the thing, she's going to be supporting Bianca superfluously, because Roz don't know the full situation of what the frick has been going on. And it's going to come out tonight. It's the dinner party. It is the dinner party. We know this shit gets aired at the dinner party. So should we think anything less of this episode? So basically, JJ's there saying about how around Ella, he's happy. He wants to explore more with her. And I was like, you know what? This bullshit right here, what I'm talking about. It's this bullshit right here, what I'm talking about. And I hope to God that the experts don't listen to this bullshit and think, actually, let's see if we can put Ella and JJ together and see how they work as a couple. Because nah, That could never go down. That could never go down. And I don't care. I wouldn't care about the relationship that I had with Ella in that show, in that environment. I don't care if I was her closest friend in that environment. We would not talk. We would not talk because of the bullshit that she just pulled on someone else. We would not. I would have to tell her about herself, and she won't bloody like it. Because after that, my mouth will be shut, because whatever you do after I've told you about yourself is on your head be at the end of the day, because I would not be condoning that behaviour in any way, shape or form. And this is why I'm saying, this is how I see. You see Peggy placating to Ella. You see Tasha I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Me can't do it, because you've literally just hurt somebody else by your actions, and you're not accepting no responsibility for it at all. So basically, you got Ella not saying nothing to no one. Ella's not even aware at this point. I'll say at this point because she gets aware later on. Okay. Ella's not aware at this point that Nathaniel knows about the shit that she's been going on with JJ. JJ's not aware of a goddamn thing at the end of the day. So these two fuckers thought they could walk up in here in this dinner party, yeah, and no one's going to say nothing. They thought they could walk in there and play in people's faces and act like there's nothing I go on in between the both of them. That's what they thought they could do. Really? And this literally shows the character of these two people and and the lengths that they're willing to go to try and hide the bullshit that they're doing. Like, seriously? Because my thing is, what plan would Ella have had then if Nathaniel didn't find out about the text messages? If Nathaniel did not find out about the text messages, what plan would Ella have had then? Would she have went back to Nathaniel to play in his face, only to play behind his back with JJ? The same way that JJ is doing with Bianca. Playing in Bianca's face, but then playing behind her back with Ella. That's one question that is literally stuck in my brain. So as we know, the two couples are going to arrive. So you'll have Mark and Sean coming in, and you'll have Adrienne and Matt coming in. Erica and Jordan come in there. Roz and Thomas coming strong. You got Jay and Luke walking, and they look okay, but don't look as together as they normally do. And I think it's because this situation about the distance and the travel and where they're going to move to when this is all finished, if they're going to stay in their marriage and is probably playing on their minds. And then you see JJ walking by himself and basically saying that he doesn't want to feel like the bad guy. And I'm like, you should. You are the fucking bad guy. You are the drama, my boy. You should feel like the bad guy. Seriously. And then JJ's telling, I think he's telling Luke. I can't remember who was telling, that he was saying that he didn't know where his head was at, and that's why he needed the space from Bianca at that point in time, and they were placating to his feelings. I said, this man's a Mitch. This man's a full-on Mitch my bitch, man. No way. So he was saying that it was best for Bianca that they had this space. No, it was best for you, JJ. Let's not get it twisted. It was best for you and Ella to have this space, so then you two could meet up in your secret little rendezvous in the way that which you did, yeah, to go and do whatever it is the fuck you two did with each other. That's what happened there. That's the only reason why you decided to have that separateness from Bianca, because you'd already known that by that point, Ella had already gone in her own space away from Nathaniel. Now, this is why I said these two both came in here to literally play in people's faces and act like nothing was going on in between the both of them. That's what they were going to prepared to do. So in walks Tasha and Paul. So they're giving the hugs. They're giving the hugs to each other. Now, let's get this bit straight, yeah. So Tasha and Paul are hugging each other and greeting each other. Tasha hugs Jordan. Tasha then walks over to kind of give Erica a hug. Erica kind of dips back and that hug falls flat. So as Tasha walks past, she calls Erica a tramp. So that starts the whole fucking shit off again between these two. Now, let's make it clear. At first, I was gonna pull Tasha up about the fact that she called Erica a tramp and there was no need for it. There probably still was no need for it, Nikia. When the next point rolled around, when Tasha went off to speak to this girl and have a chat with her, she carried on like she'd allowed Tasha to have this space with her. Tasha apologized to her for the comment she made and for her behavior that day at the spa. So Tasha turned around and asked Erica, well, don't you think you should apologize for me for the disrespect that you caused me? Erica said no. And this right here is what boiled my goat, and this is why I won't pull Tasha up on her behavior. I'm sorry. You can all lambaste me in the comments all you want. I've said it. I'ma stay saying it. I was gonna pull her up on what she said to Erica, but after how Erica behaved, when Tasha actually came to her in good stead to squash the shit, and that's how Erica then behaved towards. This is why I don't like Erica. This is why I don't like Erica, because I'm sorry, but I cannot miss the little microaggressions that Erica is using against Tasha. And she's using them slyly, thinking people won't notice. But you see, the only people that did notice was Paul and Tasha. The only two people that noticed was Paul and Tasha, because then everybody will play into the whole victim falsehood for Erica, because she will paint herself as this hard done by person that she doesn't know where this has come from. I don't know why she would say that to me. I don't know why she would act that way with me. You fucking do. You do, Erica. You really do know why. And this is what I mean. She is one of those people where she will throw stones and hide her hands and then turn around and play victim straight after, making Tasha look like the aggressor, like she's done this out of nowhere. And this is why I ain't gonna pull Tasha up. I'm not gonna do it. So then in walked Bianca, looking all good, looking all fly in her backless dress. My girl looked good, you know. And everybody was giving her a hug, but she didn't really feel comfortable enough to go near JJ. She wasn't feeling that safeness in that sense in which to approach him to give him the hello hug. And then it kind of happened, and it was kind of awkward at the same time. And JJ's still there spouting about he didn't want Bianca to be upset. And I was like, F you, JJ. Like, seriously, F you. Literally, go build a hole and put your head in it. Like, seriously, because you fully, here I go again. I need to stay on point, because these two are gonna have me fucked up during this freaking episode, like, seriously. So then we have Sean and Mark walk in, and everybody's quite happy to see a new couple walk in. And then Adrian and Matt walk in, and again everybody's happy to see another new couple walk in. So you see Arthur and Laura walk in, and you see Peggy and George walk in. And then in walks Nathaniel, looking all ethereal and glamorous and good by himself. And JJ looked worried. That JJ looked like he just shat his pants when he saw Nathaniel. He really did not know what to do. I don't even think Nathaniel greeted him at the end of the day. I really don't think Nathaniel greeted him. But then Nathaniel went on the other side of the room. And basically, Nathaniel basically told the guys when he was sitting there that he's done, completely done with Ella, because she is a nasty piece of work, basically. That's how he's putting it. So, Tasha... God. So then Tasha is sitting on the chair with Adrian next to her. Bianca next to Adrian, and then I can't remember who it was on the end that was talking to Bianca. And Tasha was literally explaining to Bianca about the fact that, you know, there's two people in this experiment who like each other and not necessarily their spouses. And then I thought, Tasha, how you telling Bianca this shit? How you telling Tasha this shit? Bianca. Tasha, how you telling Adrian this shit when Bianca sat right there like she can overhear you if she really, really wanted to? She's already uncomfortable and you can see it on her face because she has a feeling that something is coming. Bianca ain't stupid. She knows something is coming, but she knows, she has a feeling that it's going to be at her expense as well. But my thing is neither through any of that did JJ take Bianca to one side and say, you know what? I need to talk to you. I need to have a discussion with you before we go in there or even when we sit at the table because something might pop off and this is the reason why. But I want you to know from the get-go because I'm being open and honest and I'm giving you a heads up so you ain't hearing it secondhand from anybody else. That man I do nothing. This is how I call him, a chicken shit. JJ is a chicken shit. He's a coward. At the end of the day, he is a coward. So in walks Ella, and my God, if looks could kill, Ella would be on the floor in a pool of blood. Let's just put it that way. She turns around and she says she hopes that it wasn't going to be brought up. And I thought, Ella, are you having a laugh, mate? Are you having a laugh, mate? And this is why you two are off your Jim Jones. Like, seriously. Because you literally were going to play in people's faces. I keep saying it. They were going to play in people's faces. If nobody brought it up, they were going to continue to play in people's faces the way that they have been. And Nathaniel is just giving Ella dagger baggers, man. Like, giving baggers. And then you've got Bianca sitting there watching. Like, she's watching the interchange between Ella and JJ, and their interchange was so motherfucking false it was untrue. Like, seriously, that was your interchange with each other when you first come into oh, you're right. Yeah, we saw through that bullshit. We saw through it all. And even the experts didn't know until until Ella made that sly little comment towards Tasha about leave him alone, you is mine. And that's when the experts knew, oh my God, okay then, this is what's going to go down. So then they get called into their dinner party and Erica does the toast and I'm like, my girl, why don't you sit yourself down? And this is what I mean about the little fucking microaggressions that she continues to throw out towards Tasha. The passive aggressiveness that she continues to throw out towards Tasha. So she does the toast and she says, like, you know, everybody's made them feel welcome. You know who you are. First dig number 1. Second dig number 2, she said, let it all be good vibes only. That's second dig. Yeah. And then she says something else, but I can't remember what it was. And again, it was a third dig at Tasha. Now, Tasha knew she was digging at her, but Tasha didn't say nothing. And this is what I mean about Erica. She likes to sit there and play the victim very, very, very well. But she causes majority of, well, not majority, all of the bloody issues to blow up the way that they do. Because that was just a disgusting toast to dig at Tasha and nobody got it. Nobody but Tasha and Paul got it. And then you want to sit there and say, I'm not going to apologise because I have nothing to apologise. And then you keep disrespecting this girl in her face. You keep disrespecting this girl in her face, expecting her not to say nothing to you. That's the fucked up thing. So basically you see Nathaniel, because you know all the couples have to sit together at the table, and Nathaniel literally just turns his back, like shuts himself off completely to Ella. And I don't understand why Ella was talking so loud. She was talking so loud and you could see it was grating on Nathaniel's nerves so bad that he literally had to tell her to shut up. Like, seriously, tell her to be quiet. And also, she was saying something about him across the table to somebody else, and he told her, don't speak about me. She was saying, I didn't speak about you. So he went across to the other person and said, what did she say? Did she say such and such? And the other person agreed, yes, she did. So he said, keep my name out your mouth, basically. So I think it was Roz who asked Thomas to get up and switch seats with Ella, which was the best thing to freaking do at the end of the day, because it was going to kick off. There was going to be bloodshed up in this motherfucker tonight. And I, for one, was here for it. I'm sorry, but I was. Whoever else watched it was here for it too at the end of the day. So then, after Ella moves to the end of the table, she has the audacity to call Nathan a bastard brick. Yes, she did. She had the audacity to use that language towards Nathaniel when he ain't done nothing to you, my love. He's done nothing to you at all. You're the one in the wrong, but yet you want everybody to placate to you and how you feel, and you want to be validated in your feelings, and you don't want to accept no clear ass responsibility for the damage that you just caused in not one marriage, but 2 marriages, my love. 2. So then Nathaniel starts calling them out to Adrian and Matt, and basically telling the group exactly what was going on in between Ella and JJ. Now, JJ was up the other end with Bianca, so wasn't necessarily picking up on anything. Ella was picking up on stuff, and Ella was basically turning around and saying, oh, I don't want to deal with this. Well, you're going to deal with it tonight, my love. You're going to deal with it tonight. You reap what you sow, and now you're going to lie in that bed you have made with fleas with your man there. Okay? So, Jordan turns around and goes to JJ and says to him, like, you know, are you hearing this? Are you hearing what's being said about you right now? And JJ isn't really saying anything. And Bianca's kind of like nonplussed, because again, JJ's not told this girl nothing. So here comes the blind side for Bianca, because Nathaniel then turns around directly to JJ and says, is it reciprocated with Ella? And that's when JJ says, well, she is my type. And Bianca just literally whips her head around as if to say, what the fuck is going on now? So basically, Nathaniel gets up and says to the table that Ella wanted to come after she left him for JJ. Basically, she left me to come for you. And then was like, I can't do this right now. Well, you're doing it now, my love. You're doing it now. So Nathaniel asked JJ, do you want to leave with Ella? So he was asking JJ direct questions. And JJ admitted to having a connection with Ella. And he was like, that's neither here nor. Do you want to leave with Ella? And JJ was trying to say, but that's none of your business. You shouldn't be talking about this. And I'm not going to say, because I don't have to. No, you do. You have to answer to Nathaniel. And you're going to have to answer to Bianca. Because at the end of the day, you two were done wrong. Nathaniel and Bianca ain't done wrong. You two, Ella and JJ have done wrong at the end of the day. So you have a lot to answer for. And that's when Ella decided, I want to talk. She's going to put herself in, and then try to get the backing of the rest of the group to say, well, Nathaniel didn't really fancy me. And the rest of the group was like, no, we're not having that. You can't use it as an excuse for what you did. I'm sorry. No, that's not going to fly at the end of the day. So Ella was going at everybody, down to Laura, and telling Laura how she was ashamed of her. And Laura was like, ashamed of me? What did I do? What did I do? And then you got JJ sitting at the table trying to say to Bianca, I don't know where it's going to go. I'm not sure. There is a connection there. Yes, I may want to explore. I don't know. You mugged this girl off until the point she got up from the table and called him a fucking arsehole and got up from the table and walked off. So basically at that point, Nate is done. He threw off his ring. Basically said to all the other couples, I hope everything works out for you, but I am absolutely done. I am leaving now. And Nate left. Nathaniel left, which is more power to him. So basically, as it dies down, Luke then starts his fucking soliloquy. And I'm like, Luke, why are you... Every time something kicks off, Luke is always in someone's business. Luke always knows more than everybody else. And Jordan was saying some clear truths in terms of how JJ has behaved and what he should have done in that moment in time, but he didn't do it. So at the end of the day, Nathaniel was well within his rights to question JJ in the way that he did. But Luke, for some reason, was sticking up for JJ and trying to give this man a way out. And I was like, you know what, Jay? You need to watch this man that you're married to right now, because the way how he's speaking, it ain't right. Because this man is speaking like, as long as this man has told you X, Y, and Z on how he feels and where he's at and da-da-da-da-da, yeah, as long as he's been given that chance to say that and then have space and then come back, oh, it's all right if he then chats to another gal. That's what Luke is saying at the end of the day. With how Luke was explaining it away, that's what Luke was saying at the end of the day. But the thing of it is yous like don't know that these fuckers met up. These fuckers met up behind all your backs at the end of the day. And to be fair, they both had more than enough time, including Jade, more than enough time to say what he needed to say to Bianca. To literally say what he needed to say to Bianca, because he was texting and doing whatever he was doing with Ella way before he asked for that space from Bianca. So Luke is full of bull at this point in time, and Luke is starting to piss me off. To be honest, he's really starting to piss me off, because I don't understand why his mouth is always in everybody else's business. Work on yourself, work on your own marriage, keep to your wife and keep your mouth shut. At the end of the day, the only two people who should be speaking up right now in regards to this situation that has happened is Nathaniel and Bianca, because those are the two that it freaking affects at the end of the day. Anybody else is just white noise. Anybody else is just white noise at the end of the day. So basically, Luke wants to put all the blame onto Ella, saying if it wasn't for Ella, basically, which is in part true, if it wasn't for Ella texting JJ and letting it out there that she was interested, that she wanted to do whatever, he probably would not have responded. But then, even if Ella texts him, JJ knows he's in a marriage with someone else. He could have batted that away till another time, but he chose to respond and engage with Ella. So you can't just put it all on Ella. It takes two. And JJ was very much involved in that process with Ella. So no, yes, she shouldn't have texted him. Yes, if she hadn't probably texted him first, he probably wouldn't have reached out to her in the slightest. But then, you know, who JJ is wouldn't have been shown, except all we knew was that he didn't like Bianca. So I don't know how long he would have tried to play that off, but he was continually hurting Bianca in his indifference, and now we know why. So then Bianca comes back in and basically says to the group who here knew this was going on between Ella and JJ. And Luke pipes up and said there is nothing to know as he didn't speak to you. I'm like, Luke, really? Like, seriously, are you listening to yourself, my friend? Like, are you well? Are you listening to yourself? How are you going to tell this girl that's just had her world blown apart by a cheating little shit, yeah, that there was nothing to know because he hadn't spoken to you? He hadn't spoken to her at all. The fuck you talking about? Like, seriously, the fuck you... Why is he so far up JJ's arse? Like, seriously, why is Luke so far up JJ's arse? My God. So then, the fucked up brazen shit of it is JJ and Ella both walk in together, and this makes the whole table go quiet. And I'm like, you see that there, Luke? This is why you can't defend someone like that. You see that defense you gave to JJ? He just threw that shit right back in your face by walking in with Ella, which goes to show he went off to be with Ella before they walked back in. And then they had the audacity to stand at the head of the table like they need to command attention in order to speak to everybody, and you needed to listen to them. I was like, Rossido. Oh my God. So JJ was explaining as though they'd been together on a couple of social situations, and he realised that he'd had this attraction to Ella, and there was this connection there that he then decided he wanted to pursue at the end of the day. So he wanted to pursue it. He said there's something there between him and Ella, and he was sorry for the situation that he is in. I thought that was the most honest thing that JJ had said at that point, and that's only because, you know, he got caught. I think if it didn't come out at the dinner party, I don't think it would have come out. It probably would have come out later on down the line, but not at this point. I think they still would have carried on playing in people's faces until they decided to bring it out in the open. So Ella turned around and to Bianca and said that she was sorry, and Ella tried to say that she's a girl's girl, and Bianca, the way Bianca just put it, the verbal lash on them both. I'm like, my girl, how can you be a girl's girl and you do that to Bianca? You ain't a girl's girl. So Bianca was right in that respect. She called him a dickhead. She said they're both disgusting. She said they really both had the opportunity to be honest with her, and you didn't. She called them both effing liars. She said they could both F themselves, and they could both F off with them and their shitty speech. Them two didn't know which way to put themselves. Nobody said not a word after Bianca spoke, and I was like, yeah, go on, my girl. And there she is. There's Bianca. Go on, my girl. Tell them. Oh, Lord. And then no one said no words, as I said. And then I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Ella or JJ that turned around and tried to say that they were texting each other as friends. I thought, are you fucking for real right now? After the speech that Bianca gave, that's the fuck shit you want to come out with. I was like, yeah, nah. But I'm going to leave that episode right there, and I'll be back in quick succession with the last one. As I always say, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that notification button so when you know I'm on and doing videos. And I'll speak to you all again soon. Peace out.